Hello, students, and welcome to Pre-Calculus. Here on the Canvas page, you can see a link to the simple syllabus. And if you go through the simple syllabus, you can read about our course policies, contact information, etc., etc. The main things to come away with is that all the materials are free, the book and the software, and everything is due at the end. So if you fall behind or you need extra time or you have to focus on something else, that's not going to be a problem as long as you're able to get everything done by the end of the 10 weeks. So take a few moments to review the course syllabus. The best way to contact me is just going to be email. So if you need some help or you want to talk to me about the class, just email me. And then usually within 24 to 48 hours, I can reply. Once you go through the course syllabus, then you're going to want to visit the course app. Okay, so you click on this link, it will take you to the Pre-Calculus app. And when you get to the Pre-Calculus app, notice that this stuff here on the right and this curve and this download plot, this stuff is just decorations. It's there to decorate the course app. It has something to do with pre-calculus that we'll work on later, but don't worry about any of this. You should focus here on the left side. So on the left side, you have the sidebar, and this little icon up here can be used to either close it or open it up. Now on the far right, on the top, you can see there's this message icon. So I'll be sending you some messages once in a while. So if you see something changing here, come and look and read what it's about. You can also get your course syllabus here on the sidebar on this tab. You have a link here to RStudio Cloud. I'm going to recommend that you all work with RStudio Cloud. Number one, they have a lot of tutorials. Number two, it's free. Number three, you don't have to worry about any hardware issues. So even if you just have a Chromebook, you can access RStudio Cloud and work with your files. You can also invite me in there to work with your files if you need help. So please open up the free account here on RStudio Cloud. That will be one of your first priorities. Then on links, you have various resources. Okay, so you have different colors you can get, that you can use. You have different math symbols that can be inserted. You have a link to Bookdown, which comes with many nice books that are free to use, covering different topics, so that's worth exploring. And of course, you can download R and RStudio for free. You can always do that if you have your own tablet or your own desktop. You can install these softwares for free all the time. And then you have some sort of introduction here about LaTeX. So LaTeX is a really cool thing. So in math, there's lots of symbols, right? You already know many of them: multiplication, division, exponents. And so in mathematics and physics and statistics, fields like that, there's all kinds of arrows and Greek letters and hats and tildes, etc. And this is one of the ways a person can work with them. And it's also free. Down here, you have some video instructions and links to install R and RStudio on your own device if that's what you would like to do. Now, if you're going to work with code, which is a really good idea if you're going to work with calculus, whether you're going into the physics direction or you're going into the statistics direction of working with calculus, using code snippets, and not just if it's the R language, if you're using other languages, you probably want to use code snippets too. That is something that saves you time, it saves you energy, saves you space in your brain. It's just a good idea. So you can watch this video, you can follow these links, you can download this file. That's something you could kind of work on and you'll see more in the future. I wouldn't worry about it initially, but that should be a goal. You are going to have to visit GitHub to install one of the packages. So as you get going and you get flowing with the setting up your RStudio Cloud account, you're probably going to want to come here. That way you can install a certain package that I'll talk about later. Now, there's a style guide. So when you write computer code, there can be style guides that help you write it in a way that's nice to read and share. It's not an exact requirement. There can be different styles that don't match with each other. But if you want to start writing code that's following a nice style guide, you can follow these links and videos to help get started. Now, for each chapter of your textbook, I've set up a tab, and you can get links to the course videos. So here you have other videos that have been created by the professors covering many topics like the vertical line test, one-to-one functions, etc. So you have lots of videos that are available about the course topics. You also have links to the textbook sections, and you also have lists of key terms, key equations, key concepts, review exercises, and practice tests. Now, in general, in calculus, since it's been around for a few hundred years, there's all these ideas that have been developed, and it can kind of be overwhelming to keep track of them and know about them and organize them. And so these summaries of the chapters for definitions, for equations, that's generally a good idea. So if you feel like you're drowning in an ocean of equations and definitions and formulas, you're not alone. And that's why we have some of these tools that you can follow and look at. Okay. Now, you're going to be concerned with completing the assignments. So there's assignments, there's quizzes, and there's tests. For the assignments, you will have a video, and then you'll have the RMD file, and you'll have the solution file. The hardest part will just be getting started. Once you kind of get into the flow and you worked with the software, you'll get good at it, and eventually you'll be able to kind of work quickly through the course, working with the concepts, working with the software, completing the tasks, and you'll probably be able to finish everything pretty quick once you get everything set up and you get into the flow. So that's our basic course app. You can click on, when you download these files, you can open them up, for example. Here you see a file. Now these files have clippy buttons. So these buttons here on the top right of the code chunks, you can copy that and paste it. Okay, that is a convenient and helpful tool when you work with a lot of the resources on Bookdown, or you're in this class, that you can copy the code like this. But you can see what we'll be interested in, what we will be interested in. We'll be looking at classical calculus functions. We'll be making calculations with them. We'll be making graphs of them. And we'll be trying to understand what are the strategies, what are the techniques that can help us do that. Okay, so there's many, many functions, many, many graphs. We'll be trying to understand the properties of these functions, the properties of these graphs, by actually working with images and combining them. And then we'll be saving the images. Okay, so that's enough for a getting started video. What you should do now is go set up an account on RStudio Cloud, and then you're going to start with quiz 1. So once you have that done, you go to quiz 1, you look at the video, and it will describe how you can get started, get things set up, and turn in your first assignment. All right, good luck, everybody. I look forward to this semester, and I will see you. I'll see you next time.